Karen Horney, German psychoanalysis. Personality theory. Biographical information. Born on September 16, 1985. Grew up in Blankenese, Germany. Her father was Bernd Wackels Danielson, who was described as a cruel disciplinary figure. Mother, Claudine Nee van Rosslyn. Karen suffered from depression throughout her life. She married Oscar Horney and had 3 children. She left her husband and moved to the States. She was born in 1885 and died in 1952. Her education consisted of, in 1906, Karen entered medical school at the University of Freiburg. By 1908, Horney had transferred to the University of Chattanooga. Then she transferred once more to the University of Berlin before her graduation. Her theories: sexuality, instinct orientation of psychoanalysis, genetic psychology, theory of neurosis, narcissism, mature theory, theory of self, and phenomenon psychology. Career and works. In 1920, Horney took up a position within the Institute for Psychoanalysis in Berlin, where she lectured on psychoanalysis for several years. She also taught at a new school in New York City. Carol Abraham, a correspondent of Sigmund Freud's, regarded Karen Horney as an extensively gifted analyst and teacher of psychoanalysis. Her first career posting in the United States was the Associate Director of the Chicago Institute of Psychoanalysis. In 1937, she published the book, The Neurotic Personality of Our Time. By 1941, Horney was Dean of the American Institute of Psychoanalysis, Horney's own organization, the Association for the Advancement of Psychoanalysis. She soon took up teaching in the New York Medical College. She also founded a journal named the American Journal of Psychoanalysis. She taught at the New York Medical College and continued practicing as a psychiatrist until her death in 1952. Horney versus Freud. The first theory is neurosis. Horney believed feelings and attitudes determined by culture, deal with problems, driven by emotional forces, compulsive drives, but are neurotic. Freud's theory is instinctual drives or object relationships determined biologically. Deny problems, ego concept without initiative or executive powers. Convulsive drives, but not driven to neurosis. Psychoanalysis, Horney says, seeking self-realization, helps from analysts who cope with life. Freud avoids self-realization, love for the analyst. Inner conflicts, Horney. Abilities to be a decent person, men can change. Freud, repressed or repressing, disbelief in human goodness and growth. Theories of neurosis. Neurosis is a different light from other psychoanalysis of time. Horney believed neurosis to be a continuous process, with neurosis commonly occurring sporadically in one's lifetime. She placed significant emphasis on parental indifferences toward the children, believing that a child's perception of events are proposed to the parents' intentions is the key to understanding a person's neurosis. Neurosis. From her experience as a psychiatrist, Horney named 10 patterns of neurotic needs. These 10 needs are based upon things which she thought all humans require to succeed in life. Horney with what she believed were individuals' neurosis. A neurotic person could theoretically exhibit all of these needs, though its practice much fewer than the 10 here needed to be present for a person to be considered a neurotic. The 10 needs, as set out by Horney, classified according to her so-called coping strategies. Moving towards people. 1. The need for affection and approval, pleasing others and being liked by them. 2. The need for a partner, one whom they can love and who will solve all problems. Moving against people. 3. The need for power, the ability to bend, wield, and achieve control over others. While most persons seek strength, the neurotic may be desperate for it. 4. The need to exploit others, to get the better of them, to become manipulative, fostering the belief that people are there simply to be used. 5. The need for social recognition, prestige, and limelight. 6. The need for personal admiration for both inner and outer qualities to be valued. 7. The need for personal achievement through virtually all persons wish to make achievements. As with number 3, the neurotic may be desperate for achievement. Moving away from people. 8. The need for self-sufficiency and independence. While most desire some autonomy, the neurotic may simply wish to discard others individuals entirely. 9. The need for perfection. While many are driven to perfect their lives in a form of well-being, the neurotic may display a fear of being slightly flawed. 10. Lastly, the need to restrict life practices to within narrow borders, to live as inconspicuous a life as possible. Okay, now we got basic hostility. Results from childhood, feelings of rejection or neglect by parents, or from a defense against basic anxiety. Then we have basic anxiety. The results from parental threats or from a defense against hostility. So we have two types. Defense against anxiety. We have normal defense, neurotic defense. The normal defense is spontaneous movement. Towards people, friendly, loving response personality. Against people, a survivor is a competitive society. Away from people, autonomous, serene personality. Neurotic defenses, compulsive movement towards people, compliant personality. Against people, aggressive personality. Away from people, detached personality. Horney's books. Our Inner Conflicts, The Neurotic Personality of Our Time. Feminine Psychology, if you want to be proud of yourself, then do things in which you can take pride. Neurosis and Human Growth, the struggle towards self-realization. A Guide for Modern Practitioner and Character Disorders. Helping People. Karen Horney, Gentle Rebel of Psychoanalysis by Jack L. Rubens, MD. New Ways in Psychoanalysis by Karen Horney. And here's a building dedicated to Karen Horney that teaches people. It was opened on May 6, 1955 in New York City. It was in honor of Horney's achievements, and the institution seeks to research and train medical professions. Life remains a very effective theorist. Karen Horney. Thank you.